Hey everybody, I want to share with you a leadership thought today concerning serving. And this thought goes out to all the people who serve on our home team here at a church called Home. And it really goes out to those who lead a ministry team on which people serve. I want to give you this thought. Here we go. Never, ever be afraid to ask someone to serve. Never apologize for asking someone to serve. Several years ago, many years ago, probably over a decade ago, I used to find it really difficult to ask somebody to serve, to ask someone to do something. And then I remember several conversations in which people would come to the church where I was at the time, and they would leave a church and come to our church. And in those initial conversations, I remember repeatedly hearing people say, well, the church I went to before, there really wasn't a place for me there. They really didn't have anything they needed from me. They didn't have anywhere for me to get involved. I heard that over and over and over. They really didn't have a place where I could utilize my gifts, where I could get involved. That statement, a place where I could get involved. I heard that over and over and over again. I still hear that today when people come to a church called Home because they've been in a place where there was not a need, quote unquote, for them, a place where they could get involved. So from way back then, over a decade ago, and still today, I realize when people say that, what they're saying is, I have a heart to get involved. I have a passion to be a part of something bigger than myself. I want to be a part of purpose. I heard somebody say years ago, all of us are the same in that we're not looking for somebody to solve all of our problems. What we really look to is purpose. We don't want somebody to solve all of our problems. We want to be a part of something bigger than our problems. We want to be a part of purpose. So, over a decade ago, I realized that difficulty I had in asking people to be a part of a team, I need to put that to rest, because I realized at that point, people want to be a part of a team. If you think back when you were in grade school or kindergarten, first grade, you remember on the playground how when people were playing, whatever they were playing, be it hopscotch or Red Rover, whatever, basketball or t-ball, you wanted to be picked. You wanted to be a part of the team. So my leadership thought this morning that's going out to all of our leaders is, listen, never be afraid to ask people to serve, and never apologize for asking them to serve. Here's why. Again, there's two reasons. Number one, because all of us want to be involved. We all want that. We want to serve. And here's the second reason. God has put that in our heart. He's actually commanded it of us. I want to read to you a passage. 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sin. I love this passage right here, verse 9. Offer hospitality to one another without grumbling about it. Verse 10. Each of you should use your gifts to serve others. So you see, number one, we all want to serve. And so never be afraid. Never be hesitant. Never apologize for asking someone to serve, because people want to. They want to. We all want to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. We all want to be a part of a team that's making an eternal impact in the lives of others. And number two, God's commanded us to serve. Why would we ever be hesitant to ask someone to do something God has commanded them to do? Now, God's not commanded us to serve because He just wants a bunch of slaves. He's commanded us to serve because He knows the moment we start to do that, something comes alive in us. One of my favorite authors, his name is John Mason, and John Mason said, life itself is like a tennis match. You will lose if you don't learn how to serve. I want to share one other passage with you. I love this verse. It's Psalm 110, verse 3. It says, in the day of your power, volunteers will fill your house. One translation reads like this: your people will offer themselves freely on the day of your visitation. And so I'm so grateful for all the folks that serve on our home team. And I want you leaders to know that you're leading people into something that is so much bigger than any one of us. All of us are greater than any one of us. And I hear people on your teams say things like, man, I'm telling you, I love making a difference and doing what I do. I love offering myself and my spiritual gifts. So I want to say to you guys, hey, let's stay away from things like comments like, hey, I hate to ask you to do this, but, or, you know, I know you got a lot of other things pulling at you, but no. Let's just continue to celebrate the purpose God's put in people's hearts. Let's continue to direct them toward serving in their God-given purpose. And let's continue to celebrate the lives that they are impacting every single week we gather together. You guys are phenomenal leaders. And those of you who serve on our home team, you guys are making a huge impact. Thank you so much for what you do. Hope this leadership thought was a blessing to you today. God bless.